right, everyone, welcome to episode 22 of Locomotive Lance. Clark and I are in the holiday spirit. Hopefully during this episode we can accomplish things in the train room to get you and your family in the holiday spirit as well. So sit back, relax. Here we go, episode 22. So this episode is going to have a lot of paint work to do. I'm trying to get a pool ready, so I've done some work on folks lounging around the pool and some pool umbrellas and chairs. A little campfire is going to be at the motel with some Adirondack chairs. I've got the stairs for the pool, the ladder to get in the pool. Also working on these seemingly pieces of crap. This is like my baseball players. So they come looking like this. Let me see if I can get that focused. Not so much, but they're got to be cut out and filed down and painted, which is a big deal. But I do have the third baseman. So, you know, you can have a full baseball field full of players or just a third baseman. We've got a third baseman now. I also think I can go around here. I had to add the catcher. So I've got a catcher there in place as well. But got to cut, paint, file, do all that for the rest of the team. So I'm doing that on this episode as well, and working some over here on the town. So that will clean up a little bit. I've got this little motel. I don't know if you can see it back there. I gotta wire the lights for all the little cottages. And I did put the toy store in here. So I'm working on the parking in behind the store there. So yeah, we should see that before the end of the episode. So the players are painted and on the field. So I need to get a couple of umpires and maybe more than just one player on the team with the blue uniforms, but progress at least. So the swimming pool, I've got lights wired into it and I got it painted. I got most of the characters glued down here now. So I have a couple more that I need to put in, but I need to put them in the water. So I got to start adding the water, which is going to be this realistic water. Might not have enough. I have to order some more, but we'll see. 1/8 of an inch at a time. So I'll pour it in, let it cure, add more characters into there, and then add more water. So I don't know where the pool's going to go. It's going to be in a house, but I need to lay out where these houses are going to go. I have finished sort of this side of the street. I mean, I need to plant some grass and flowers, but this side of the street, but then I got all of this that I still need to do. So we soldier on. All right, everybody, time for episode 22's Locomotive Lance card trick. And I call this card trick Pick 4. I don't know why I call it that. In fact, I literally just made that up 2 seconds ago. But we call it something. Might as well call it that, right? So here's just a standard deck of cards. As you can see, I'm going to make a little prediction. I'm thinking closely into the phone. What am I thinking? My cat is flipping out in the background. Okay, I'm thinking this one. Okay, so normally there will be another human here to do this trick with, but I'm going to just start counting through these cards. And when someone in the audience who isn't here would say stop, and you can see I'm not looking, so I can't cheat here. Let's say they say stop. So now I have 2 piles here, and I say to that invisible person, select a pile. Let's say they select this pile. So I'll turn that card over, and that's an 8. And then I'll take this pile and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be pretty amazing if this card was an 8 and this card was an 8. And what if the card that I predicted was an 8? Ha! Peace out, Lancers. So I mapped out where things are gonna go here, including some houses. I'm gonna put a wedding pavilion in here because, you know, people in the town need to get married at a nice place. I'm gonna have a municipal building, a police station, a bank, a little Italian restaurant gonna go in here. So I got it all mapped out, which means that I know where the pool's gonna go. So like any good homeowner, I'm going to install the pool before I get the house. All right, so we got this beast. We're gonna start digging out the pool. All right, we'll keep working on that for a bit, and then we'll be back. Okay, so there's where the pool's gonna go. Theoretically, should be sit right down in there, but I've got to drill a hole down through there for the lights, but that's where the pool's gonna be. All right, so the pool is in. I even put a little cat sitting on one of the empty chairs. But even at night, I think the lights make it look pretty good. I don't know how well that shows up in my camera, but all right, the pool's in and people are out playing, but still no house. So that will come in episode 23. All right, that concludes episode 22 of Locomotive Lance. In this episode, we did get further down the street, got the village further done. You're going to see a lot more of that in episode 23. We got some baseball players up on the field, and you know, we're just going to be looking for some umpires because you want to keep the game safe and legal for those kids. So that's it for 22, but episode 23 is right around the corner. Happy holidays to everybody, and we'll see you next time.